Alright, what is up, Internet? It's your favorite purveyor of, well, usually slightly more chaotic and less overtly wholesome content, Yuyu, back at it again. But today we're taking a tiny detour from the usual existential dread, and diving headfirst into a pile of fluff, purrs, and the occasional hairball. Because let's be real, even creatures of the night, that's you, my loyal viewers, and also me after 10 p.m., can appreciate the sheer, unadulterated joy that is a happy cat. And if you're a cat parent, you know the struggle is real. They're tiny, demanding overlords, and we're just here to serve. So prepare yourselves for some serious feline enlightenment. Today we're diving into 10 cat hacks you didn't know about that will keep your furry friend purring with joy. Let's get started. We're talking about leveling up your cat parenting game from confused human servant to benevolent cat whisperer who occasionally gets their ankles attacked for no reason. These aren't your grandma's cat tips, unless your grandma was like a super cool tech-savvy cat wizard. Which, hey, maybe she was. No judgment here. I've scoured the deepest, darkest corners of the internet and my own brain, which is a scary place, trust me, to bring you hacks that are easy, mostly cheap, and cat-approved. Or at least, my cats tolerated them, which is basically a 5-star review in cat language. So, grab your notebook, grab your cat, if they're willing to be grabbed, don't force it, you monster, and prepare to have your mind blown. Or at the very least, mildly entertained while you learn how to make your tiny tiger a little bit happier. Because a happy cat means a slightly less chaotic house, fewer surprise gifts in your shoes, and maybe, just maybe, they'll let you pet their belly for more than 0.7 seconds before the claws come out. It's a long shot, but we can dream, can't we? Let's do this thing. To the hacks. Okay, first up, the classic, the legend, the one, the only, the laser pointer. I know, some of you are like, Yuyu, please, that's not a hack, that's just a thing. But are you using it to its full potential? Are you orchestrating feline ballets of epic proportions? Are you turning your living room into the Cat Olympics where the only event is chase the mysterious light until you collapse in a panting heap of satisfaction? Because if not, you're missing out, my friend. This isn't just about waving a red dot around, it's about psychological warfare in a fun way. You're tapping into their primal hunter instincts, that little flicker of wild tiger that lives inside every fluffy house cat who's scared of the vacuum cleaner. It's beautiful, really. Think about it from their perspective. 1 minute they're napping, dreaming of tuna or world domination, the next, bam! A tiny, elusive, impossibly fast speck of light appears. It dances, it zips, it taunts. It's the ultimate prey because it can't actually be caught, which, okay, can be a little frustrating for them. So, pro tip from your resident, slightly unhinged cat enthusiast, always end the laser pointer session by letting them catch something tangible, like shine the laser onto a treat or a favorite toy so they get that satisfying kill bite feeling. Otherwise, you're just creating a tiny, light-obsessed, perpetually unfulfilled hunter, and nobody wants that. Trust me, a frustrated cat is a cat that will find other ways to express itself, usually involving your curtains. Now let's talk technique. Are you a slow and steady laser pointer operator creating a methodical hunt? Or are you more of a chaotic evil type, sending that dot up walls, across ceilings, under furniture, making your cat do parkour that would impress a ninja? I personally lean towards controlled chaos. You want to give them a good workout, get those zoomies out, especially if they're indoor cats who might not get as much exercise as their outdoor brethren. Imagine you're a tiny mouse, but like a super fast, light-based mouse. Where would you run? What evasive maneuvers would you employ? Get into character. This is method acting for cat entertainment, people. And safety first, darlings. Please, for the love of all that is fluffy, do not shine the laser directly into your cat's precious little eyeballs. That's just mean and also potentially harmful. We're trying to enrich their lives, not give them an unwanted retinal light show. So aim for the floor, the walls, the furniture. You don't mind them scaling like tiny furry mountain climbers. And remember, variety is the spice of life, even for cats. Don't just do the same pattern every day. Mix it up. Make it unpredictable. Keep them on their tiny little toe beans. This is their Super Bowl. Treat it with the respect it deserves. Finally, observe your cat. Some cats are laser fanatics, turning into acrobatic ninjas the second that red dot appears. Others might just give you a disdainful look, a slow blink, and go back to sleep as if to say, human, your attempts to amuse me are pathetic. And that's okay too. Not every hack is for every cat. But for those who love it, the laser pointer is a cheap, easy way to provide mental and physical stimulation. And honestly, it's pretty hilarious to watch. Just try not to laugh too hard when they inevitably run headfirst into a wall. Or do. I'm not your mom. Just film it for me. For science. Alright, hack number 2. And this one speaks to my soul because it involves being cheap and resourceful DIY cat toys from household items. Specifically, we're talking about the humble toilet paper roll. Yes, that cardboard tube you usually toss without a second thought. It's a goldmine of feline entertainment potential. Your cat doesn't care if a toy costs you $50 or $0. They care if it's crinkly, throwable, and vaguely resembles something they can murder. And toilet paper rolls? They tick all those boxes, my friends. Plus, it's recycling. You're basically saving the planet, one cat toy at a time. You're an eco-warrior with a hot glue gun. Optional but encouraged. So what magical transformations can this unassuming cardboard cylinder undergo? Oh, let me count the ways. The simplest thing? Just give it to them. Seriously, some cats will go absolutely bonkers for a plain old toilet paper tube. They'll bat it around, they'll carry it in their mouths like a prize, they'll try to wear it as a tiny, ill-fitting hat. It's glorious. But if you want to get a little fancier, which, you know I do, you can cut fringes into the ends, making it look like a weird cardboard squid. Cats love weird cardboard squids. It's a fact. Look it up. Or don't, just trust me on this one. Another option for the slightly more ambitious DIYer, the treat dispenser. Take your trusty toilet paper roll, fold in one end to close it off, pop a few of their favorite crunchy treats inside, and then loosely fold the other end. Now they have to work for their snacks. They'll bat it, they'll roll it, they'll chew on it until those delicious morsels of joy are released. It's like a tiny cardboard piñata, but instead of candy, it's fish-flavored goodness. And it keeps them occupied, which is great if you're trying to, say, work from home without a cat walking across your keyboard every 5 seconds. Or is that just me? Probably just me. You can also get really creative. Got some spare feathers from an old deceased toy? R.I.P. Feather Wand, you were a real one. Glue them onto the toilet paper roll. Got some crinkly paper or cellophane? Stuff it inside for extra sound effects. The possibilities are as endless as your cat's ability to find the one tiny piece of plastic you dropped 3 weeks ago. The point is, you don't need to spend a fortune to keep your furry overlord entertained. They appreciate the effort. Or they appreciate the new thing they can shred into a million tiny pieces all over your freshly vacuumed floor. Either way, it's engagement. And the best part, when they inevitably destroy it or lose it under the couch in that mysterious void where all cat toys go to die, who cares? It was literally trash. You can just make another one. It's the ultimate low-stakes, high-reward cat entertainment system. So start saving those toilet paper tubes, those paper towel rolls, even those weird cardboard things that come in Amazon packages. Your cat's inner chaos gremlin will thank you, and you'll feel like a crafting genius, even if your creations look a little abstract. My cat, Mr. Cuddle Murder, personally loves when they're lopsided. Adds character, he says, or so I imagine. Hack number 3 is all about keeping your cool, literally. We're talking frozen cat treats. This is especially amazing for those hot summer months when your cat is sprawled out on the tile floor, looking like a furry, melted puddle of discontent. Or if your cat is just fancy and enjoys a chilled delicacy. My cats are definitely in the fancy category, or at least they think they are. They expect room service and a nightly turn-down service that involves me fluffing their favorite blanket. So, frozen treats? Right up their alley. It's like a tiny delicious popsicle, but for cats. And less sticky, hopefully. So how do you achieve this culinary feat of frozen feline delight? It's ridiculously easy, which is my favorite kind of hack. You can use their favorite wet food or even just some tuna juice or low-sodium chicken broth. Get yourself an ice cube tray, maybe one you don't plan on using for your own ice cubes anymore. Unless you're into that savory ice vibe, no judgment. Spoon a little bit of the wet food or broth into each compartment. You don't need to fill them all the way. Tiny cat tongues appreciate tiny portions. Then pop that bad boy in the freezer and wait. The anticipation is palpable, isn't it? Or is that just the freezer humming? Once they're frozen solid, you've got yourself a batch of refreshing lickable treats. You can pop one out and give it to your cat in a little dish, or even just let them lick it straight from the tray if you're feeling brave and don't mind a bit of mess. Watching a cat try to figure out an ice cube is a unique form of entertainment. First, there's the confusion. What is this cold, slippery rock human? Is it a trick? Then, the tentative lick. Then often the enthusiastic licking, sometimes accompanied by a brain freeze face, which is objectively hilarious. Sorry cats, but it is. This hack isn't just about being a fun treat though. It can also be a sneaky way to help your cat stay hydrated, especially if they're not great at drinking enough water on their own. Cats are notoriously bad at hydration, like tiny, furry camels who forgot where they stored their water reserves. So if you make these frozen delights with water-rich ingredients like broth or by adding a little extra water to their wet food before freezing, you're giving them a hydration boost without them even realizing it. You're a stealthy health ninja and your weapon is ice. It's genius, I tell you, genius. And think of the variations. You can put a single dry kibble in the middle of the wet food before freezing it, like a tiny, crunchy surprise. Or if your cat is on a special diet, you can use their prescribed food. The world is your frozen, cat treat-filled oyster. Just make sure whatever you're freezing is cat-safe, obviously. No chocolate ice cubes, people. That's a one-way ticket to a very bad day and an emergency vet visit. But with a little creativity and a functioning freezer, you can become the purveyor of the most sought-after summer snacks in the feline kingdom. Your cat will think you're a wizard. A cool wizard. Get it? Cool? I'll see myself out. Alright, let's talk fur. So much fur. If you own a cat, you own fur. It's on your clothes, it's in your food, it's become a fundamental part of your home's ecosystem. You probably breathe more cat hair than oxygen at this point, and while we love our furry little overlords, the constant battle against Shedzilla can be a lot. Brushes? Some cats tolerate them. Others look at you like you've just suggested a voluntary bath, which, in their world, is probably a fate worse than death. So, what's a fur-battling human to do? Enter hack number 4, the humble damp cloth. Yes, you heard me right, a damp cloth. Not soaking wet, mind you. We're not trying to give Kitty an impromptu sponge bath unless they're into that sort of thing. Spoiler, they're probably not. Just a slightly damp, clean cloth. This is like the simplest, most low-tech grooming hack in existence, and yet, it's surprisingly effective. It's the kind of thing your grandma might have known back when they didn't have, like, 17 different types of de-shedding tools that all look vaguely like medieval torture devices. Sometimes, simpler is better, especially when dealing with creatures as discerning and potentially stabby as cats. So, here's the highly complex procedure. Dampen a cloth. Microfiber works great, but any clean cloth will do. Wring it out well and then gently stroke your cat with it, going in the direction of their fur growth. You'll be amazed at how much loose fur comes away on the cloth. It's like magic. Or, you know, basic physics involving friction and moisture. But magic sounds cooler. The dampness helps the loose hairs cling to the cloth instead of flying off into the atmosphere to later form sentient dust bunnies under your bed. It's a win-win. Your cat gets a gentle petting session, and you get less fur colonizing your entire existence. This is particularly great for cats who are a bit brush shy. The sensation is much closer to being petted than being raked with bristles, so they're often more receptive to it. You can turn it into a nice little bonding moment. Just a calm, soothing petting session that also happens to be secretly defurring them. You're a grooming ninja, a master of disguise. They think they're getting love and affection, but bam! You're also reducing the chances of them coughing up a hairball on your favorite rug at 3 a.m. Because let's be honest, that's always when it happens. It's like they have a tiny internal alarm clock set to maximum human annoyance. Plus, think of the other benefits. It can help distribute their natural skin oils, keeping their coat healthy and shiny. It can remove a bit of dust or dander, which is great if you or someone in your house has mild allergies, and it's incredibly cheap. You probably already have everything you need. No fancy purchases required. Just a cloth, some water, and a willing or at least tolerant feline participant. So next time you're staring down the barrel of another fur-apocalypse, remember the damp cloth. It might just be the simple, elegant solution you've been searching for, or at least it'll buy you a few more days before you have to vacuum the cat itself. Don't do that. Probably. Is your cat a furry little genius? Or perhaps a furry little agent of chaos fueled by boredom? Either way, hack number 5 is for you. The cat puzzle feeder. These things are brilliant, I tell you. Brilliant. It's like an escape room, but for cats, and the prize is food. Which, let's be honest, is probably their biggest motivator anyway. Mine would solve complex algebraic equations if there was a piece of chicken at the end of it. Puzzle feeders tap into their natural foraging and hunting instincts, making mealtime or snack time more engaging and mentally stimulating than just hoovering kibble out of a bowl in 2.7 seconds flat. Now, puzzle feeders come in all shapes and sizes, from super simple to wait, is this for cats or for rocket scientists? You can buy them, or if you're feeling crafty, and we know I always am, to varying degrees of success, you can DIY some pretty decent ones. Think things with little compartments they have to slide open, or balls they have to bat around to release treats, or structures they have to navigate. The goal is to make them think, to make them problem solve. It's like Sudoku, but with the immediate gratification of a tasty morsel, and watching them work it out is half the fun. You see the little gears turning in their heads. It's adorable. Why bother, you ask? Well, a bored cat is often a destructive cat, or a whiny cat, or a cat that decides your ankles look particularly attackable today. Mental stimulation is just as important as physical exercise for keeping your feline friend happy and well-adjusted. Puzzle feeders can help prevent boredom, reduce anxiety, and even slow down fast eaters, which can be good for their digestion. It's like sending your cat to a tiny food-based university every day. They're earning their degree in snack acquisition, with a minor in advanced paw-eye coordination. My cat is currently working on his PhD in nudging things off tables with extreme prejudice, but we're hoping puzzle feeders will redirect some of that energy. Introducing a puzzle feeder should be a gradual process. Don't just throw a super complex one at them and expect them to become a feline Einstein overnight. Start with something easy so they get the hang of it and experience success. You want them to associate it with fun and rewards, not frustration. You can even guide them a little at first, show them how it works. Once they've mastered the easy ones, you can gradually increase the difficulty. It's all about building their confidence and keeping them engaged. And trust me, the look of triumph on their furry little face when they finally conquer a new puzzle is priceless. Or maybe that's just me anthropomorphizing again. Probably. So whether you buy a fancy one or construct a masterpiece out of cardboard tubes and sheer willpower, see hack number 2 for inspiration, give puzzle feeders a try. It's a fantastic way to enrich your cat's environment, challenge their little brains, and make mealtime more than just a race to the bottom of the bowl. It can turn your chowhound into a thinker, your lazy lounger into an active participant, and who knows, maybe they'll be so mentally tuckered out from all that problem solving that they'll actually let you sleep through the night. A cat owner can dream, right? A beautiful, uninterrupted 4 a.m. zoomy-free dream. Ah, the litter box. The fragrant cornerstone of any multi-cat household, or even a single-cat household if that cat is particularly potent. It's the elephant in the room, or rather, the distinct aroma in the room that everyone politely tries to ignore. We love our cats, but that litter box perfume? Not so much. It can be a source of great olfactory distress. But fear not, my fellow nostril sufferers, for hack number 6 is here to save the day, and your sinuses. Baking soda. Yes, that humble white powder you use for baking, cleaning, and probably a million other things you haven't even discovered yet. It's a true Renaissance product. This isn't some groundbreaking New Age discovery. People have been using baking soda to neutralize odors for ages, and for good reason. It actually works. It's like a tiny, powdery superhero, silently battling the villainous scent particles that dare to escape the confines of the litter box and assault your delicate human senses. And the best part? It's cheap, it's readily available, and it's generally safe for your cats, which is always a top priority. We're trying to improve the smell of their bathroom, not accidentally poison them. That would be a very Yuyuverse outcome, but not the one we're aiming for today. So how do you deploy this magical odor-eating dust? It's incredibly simple. When you change out the litter before you pour in the fresh stuff, sprinkle a thin layer of baking soda on the bottom of the clean, empty litter box. Just a light dusting will do. You don't need to create a miniature snowstorm in there. Then, add your preferred cat litter on top as usual. The baking soda will sit there, patiently waiting to absorb and neutralize those not-so-pleasant ammonia smells that can make your eyes water. It's like a secret weapon, working undercover beneath the litter. Very sneaky, very effective. You can also mix a little bit of baking soda directly into the litter itself, maybe half a cup or so for a standard-sized box, and stir it in. This can help keep things fresher between full changes. Of course, this doesn't replace regular scooping. You still gotta do that, folks. There's no magic that makes cat poop disappear, unfortunately. If anyone invents that, please let me know. I will invest heavily. But baking soda can definitely help extend the life of your litter and keep the ambient aroma of your home from screaming cat owner lives here and their cat, just use the facilities. Now, a word of caution. While baking soda is generally safe, some cats can be sensitive. If you notice your cat avoiding the litter box after you've added baking soda, or if they seem to have any irritation, discontinue use. Every cat is an individual, a tiny furry snowflake of preferences and sensitivities. But for most, it's a game changer. It's a simple, affordable way to make cohabitating with a litter box a much more pleasant experience for everyone involved. So go forth, sprinkle that baking soda, and breathe a little easier. Your nose will thank you, your guests will thank you, your cat, well, your cat probably won't notice, but they'll appreciate a cleaner smelling bathroom, even if they don't say so. They're not great communicators, bless their hearts. Okay, cat hack number 7 is for all you cozy loving creatures out there, both human and feline. We're going to make a cat bed out of an old sweater. Yes, that sweater that's been lurking in the back of your closet, the one you haven't worn since 2012 but can't bring yourself to throw away. It's about to fulfill its true destiny, becoming the ultimate haven of warmth and comfort for your furry overlord. Cats love soft enclosed spaces, and they especially love things that smell like you. An old sweater? It ticks all the boxes. It's like a pre-loved, pre-scented, perfectly cat-sized hug. And the best part? This can be a no-sew project. Because let's be honest, my sewing skills are questionable at best. I once tried to sew a button and ended up sewing my finger to my pants. True story. So, how do you transform this forgotten garment into a feline paradise? It's surprisingly easy. You'll need an old long-sleeve sweater. The chunkier and softer the better. You'll also need some stuffing material. This could be old pillows, more old clothes you don't want, a fluffy towel, or even just a bunch of scrunched up newspaper if you're going for a more rustic vibe. First, lay the sweater flat. Now, you're essentially going to stuff the torso and sleeve area to create a kind of donut shape. Think of it as creating a plushy circular bolster. The neck hole of the sweater will become the entrance to the cozy center. Here's the slightly tricky part, but still totally doable even if you're craft challenged like me. You want to arrange the stuffing inside the body and sleeves to form a supportive, cushiony ring. Once you've got that looking vaguely bed-like, you can secure it. If you're anti-sewing, you can use safety pins on the inside to close off the cuffs and the bottom hem of the sweater, trapping the stuffing in place. Or if you're feeling ambitious, a few simple stitches will do the trick. The goal is to create a self-contained nest, with the collar of the sweater forming a nice, inviting opening for your cat to burrow into. The center part, where their little body will go, should be relatively unstuffed or have a thinner cushion, so they can really snuggle down. The beauty of this hack is its inherent coziness. Your cat gets a warm, soft bed that already carries your familiar scent, which can be incredibly comforting for them. It's like a constant, gentle reminder that their favorite human, that's you, their loyal food provider and poop scooper, is nearby. And you get the satisfaction of upcycling something old into something new and useful, plus major brownie points from your cat. They might even reward you with an extra purr or a slow blink of approval. And that, my friends, is priceless. Or they might completely ignore it and continue to sleep on that one specific cardboard box they've claimed as their throne. Cats are fickle beasts, but even if they're initially suspicious of your magnificent sweater bed creation, because new things are scary, obviously, leave it in one of their favorite napping spots. Maybe sprinkle a little catnip on it to entice them. Sooner or later, curiosity and the allure of a comfy, human-scented nest will likely win them over. And you'll have the joy of seeing your little furball curled up contentedly in something you made with your own 2 hands, and minimal sewing-related injuries, hopefully. It's a win for your cat, a win for your closet space, and a win for your crafting ego. What's not to love? Chapter 8, Scratch This Way Catnip Charisma for Scratching Posts. Hack number 8 is all about saving your furniture from the wrath of tiny, razor-sharp claws. We're talking about training your cat to use a scratching post, and our secret weapon, catnip. Ah, catnip. The magical herb that turns even the most dignified feline into a goofy, rolling, purring ball of ecstasy. Or in some cases, a hyper-focused, slightly aggressive gremlin. It affects cats differently, but for many, it's an irresistible lure. And we can use that to our advantage, my friends, to redirect their natural scratching instincts away from your brand new sofa and onto something more appropriate. Like that expensive scratching post they've been ignoring for weeks. So, you've got a scratching post. Maybe it's sisal, maybe it's cardboard, maybe it's a fancy carpeted monstrosity that costs more than your last pair of shoes. And your cat? They walk right past it and head straight for the arm of your favorite chair. It's a classic cat owner struggle. They to scratch. It's not just them being destructive little demons, it helps them shed the outer layers of their claws, mark their territory, both visually and with scent glands in their paws, and stretch their muscles. It's a vital natural behavior. Our job is to provide an appealing outlet for that behavior. That's where the catnip comes in. Think of catnip as an olfactory invitation, a fragrant come hither to the scratching post. Most cats find the scent of nipetolactone, the active compound in catnip, utterly captivating. So, take some dried catnip, or catnip spray if you prefer a less messy option, and generously apply it to the scratching post. Rub it into the fibers, sprinkle it on the base, really get that alluring aroma embedded in there. You want the post to smell like a feline party and everyone's invited, especially your cat. Make it the most exciting catnip-infused piece of furniture in the entire house. Now, when your cat approaches the newly nipped post, they'll be drawn in by the scent. They might rub against it, roll on it, and then, hopefully, start scratching it. When they do, praise them. Give them a treat. Make a big fuss. Positive reinforcement is key. You want them to associate the scratching post with good things. The delightful sensation of catnip, your happy voice, and maybe a tasty snack. If you see them scratching something inappropriate, don't yell or punish them. That just makes them scared of you, not the act of scratching. Instead, calmly redirect them to the catnip-enhanced scratching post. Lead them over, maybe dangle a toy near it to encourage interaction. It might take some time and patience. Cats are creatures of habit, and they might already have their favorite and highly unsuitable scratching spots picked out. But consistency is your friend here. Keep the scratching post appealing with regular catnip refreshers. Offer different types of scratching surfaces too. Some cats prefer vertical posts, others like horizontal scratchers. Variety is the spice of life and the key to saving your upholstery. And remember, the effects of catnip are temporary, usually lasting about 10 to 15 minutes, after which they become immune for a little while. So use it strategically to make those training sessions extra enticing. Soon, with a little help from this magical herb, your cat might just choose the post over your priceless antique armchair. Maybe, no promises, they are cats after all. Chapter 9. Shine bright like a diamond cat, fish oil for a fabulous coat. Alright, hack number 9 is less about immediate fun and more about long-term fabulousness. We're talking about giving your cat the kind of luxurious, glossy coat that would make a Pantene model jealous. And the secret ingredient? Fish oil. Yes, that slightly smelly stuff is packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which are like tiny little miracle workers for your cat's skin and fur. Think of it as an internal spa treatment. It's not just about looking good, though let's be honest, a cat with a super shiny coat is a sight to behold. It's also about their overall health and comfort. A healthy coat often means healthy skin, and healthy skin means less itchiness and irritation for your furry companion. So why fish oil specifically? Well, those omega-3s, particularly EPA and DHA, are essential fatty acids that cats often don't get enough of in their regular diet, especially if they're eating mostly dry food. These fatty acids play a crucial role in maintaining skin hydration, reducing inflammation, and promoting a strong, shiny, and healthy coat. It can help with dry skin, dandruff, yes, cats can get dandruff, it's a whole thing, and even reduce shedding a bit, which, as we discussed in the damp cloth hack, is always a bonus. Less fur floating around is a win for everyone. My cat, Professor Fluffernutter, could personally benefit from a reduction in his personal fluff emissions. Now, before you go raiding your own fish oil supplement stash, it's important to use a product specifically formulated for cats, or at least get the dosage right if you're using a human-grade one, and definitely check with your vet first. Too much of a good thing can be, well, not good. It can lead to tummy upset or other issues. So, always follow the recommended dosage on the product label or consult your veterinarian. They can help you determine the right amount for your specific cat based on their age, weight, and overall health. We're aiming for lustrous and healthy, not oily and regretful. How do you get your discerning feline to actually consume this elixir of shininess? Most fish oil supplements for cats come in liquid form, which you can easily mix into their wet food. The fishy smell, which might be a bit much for us humans, is often quite appealing to cats. They're like, ooh, extra fish flavor? Don't mind if I do. If your cat is a kibble connoisseur, you can try drizzling a little on their dry food, but make sure they eat it relatively quickly, as the oil can go rancid. Some brands even offer it in chewable treat form, which can make things even easier. My cats will do anything for a treat. Anything. It's slightly concerning. Patience is key with this hack. You're not going to see a dramatic difference overnight. It usually takes a few weeks of consistent supplementation to start noticing improvements in their coat's shine and texture, and a reduction in skin dryness. But stick with it, and you'll likely be rewarded with a cat whose fur is so soft and glossy, you'll want to pet them constantly. Which, they may or may not allow, depending on their mood. But at least they'll incredibly pettable, and you'll know you're doing something good for their skin health from the inside out. It's a beauty treatment and a health boost all in one. Your cat will be the supermodel of the neighborhood. Prepare for the paparazzi, that is, you with your phone taking a million pictures. Chapter 10, The Cardboard Kingdom Building the Ultimate Cat Fort. And finally, we've reached hack number 10, the piece de resistance, the undisputed champion of cat entertainment, the one thing that unites felines across the globe in a shared passion, the cardboard box. Yes, my friends, the humble cardboard box. You can buy your cat the most elaborate, expensive, technologically advanced toys on the market. And what will they play with? The box it came in. It's a universal cat truth. It's a law of nature. So why fight it? Let's lean into it and create the ultimate cat fort. This isn't just a hack, it's an acknowledgement of feline supremacy in the realm of simple pleasures. Why are cats so obsessed with boxes? Well, a few reasons. They're enclosed spaces which make cats feel safe and secure, like a little den where they can observe the world without being seen. It taps into their predator instincts. A box is a perfect ambush spot. They're also great for scratching, and the texture of cardboard is apparently delightful to their tiny murder mittens. Plus, boxes are new and interesting, at least for a little while, and they often retain intriguing smells from their previous contents or journey. Basically, to a cat, a cardboard box is a 5-star, multi-purpose entertainment and relaxation center. And it costs you nothing. Or, well, the price of whatever came in the box. So how do we elevate the simple box into a magnificent fort? Get creative. If you have multiple boxes, you can connect them to create a multi-room mansion. Cut out doorways and windows, maybe make a little lookout tower from a smaller box stacked on top of a larger one. You can use packing tape to secure your architectural masterpiece, but be sure to cover any sticky exposed bits, as we don't want any fur-related adhesive mishaps. The more nooks, crannies, and hidey holes, the better. Your cat will feel like royalty in their custom-built cardboard castle, or at least like a tiny king or queen of their own slightly dilapidated domain. Don't have a bunch of giant boxes lying around? Even a single, well-placed box can be a source of endless amusement. Cut a couple of cat-sized holes in it, toss in a favorite toy or a sprinkle of catnip, and watch the fun begin. You can also lay a box on its side to create a little cave. The possibilities are limited only by your imagination and the structural integrity of your cardboard supply. And the best part, when they inevitably get bored of one configuration or shred it into oblivion, you can just rearrange it or build a new one. It's the gift that keeps on giving, or the trash that keeps on being repurposed into feline joy. This isn't just about giving them a plaything, it's about enriching their environment. It provides mental stimulation as they explore their new domain, physical exercise as they pounce and play, and a sense of security, and honestly, it's just plain fun to watch them. The way they tentatively poke their head through a new hole, the sudden ambush pounce from within, the contented loafing in their cardboard throne room. It's pure, unadulterated cat joy. So, next time you get a package, don't just recycle that box immediately. Offer it to your feline overlord. You might just be providing them with their new favorite thing in the entire world. At least until the next box arrives. Such is the way of the cat. Alright folks, there you have it. 10 cat hacks that will hopefully make your life a little easier, and your furry friend's life a whole lot happier. Or at least, slightly more entertaining. We've covered everything from gourmet frozen snacks to luxurious sweater beds, and let's not forget the architectural marvel that is the cardboard box fort. I hope you're feeling inspired to try out some of these on your own tiny tigers. Remember, every cat is a unique little weirdo, so what works for one might not work for another, but experimentation is half the fun, right? Just be prepared for some classic cat skepticism before they inevitably decide your hack is in fact awesome. Or, they'll just bat it under the fridge. It's a gamble! Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these cat hacks, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Purrfect content. See you next time. Let me know in the comments which hack you're going to try first, or if you have any super secret cat hacks of your own that I need to know about. Sharing is caring, especially when it comes to feline happiness. And maybe, just maybe, if we all implement these hacks, our cats will finally stop plotting world domination and just settle for regular house domination. A small victory, but I'll take it. Stay weird, stay wonderful, and give your cats an extra chin scratch from me. And with that, I'm out of here. Hopefully, your homes will now be filled with the delightful sounds of purring, the thrilling sight of cats chasing laser dots, and the slightly concerning but ultimately endearing spectacle of a cat trying to fit into a box that is clearly too small for it. It's the little things, Until next time, keep those paws clean and those whiskers twitching.